Good morning, YouTube. How are you this morning? I'm doing all right. I'm tired, even though I haven't really done anything, but it's been a long morning. It is 10:48 a.m. Central Time, and I'm in Granbury, Texas, with a B. And I'm at the Home Depot store, obviously. When last we talked yesterday, I was at GAF in Ennis, Texas, waiting to get loaded. I was there quite a long time, and it took them quite a while. I even got detention out of it. I got out of there, I guess it was about 6:45 p.m. Central Time, and got after I secured the load, and of course no tarps. It was box rolled roofing and pallets, 24 of them. Pretty light, actually. I think it was only like 39,000 pounds. Got it back to the DC, and I got there about 10 minutes after 8, and dropped the trailer, put my securements away, went and parked that truck. Man, that thing is rough. It's got a kind of a, I don't know, it's got problems. It's got an engine issue and some other stuff, and I went inside and talked to the ALM, not ALM, gave them a list of the problems with that truck, and so they could get them fixed, and then checked to see what I was doing today. He gave me the loads that I was going to be doing today, so I clocked out of that truck and then went home. On my way home, I stopped at Hooters to pick up dinner. I didn't eat there. I guess I could have, but there was no point in eating dinner there when I had beer at the house. Well, I pay exorbitant prices for something I can get at home. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a Roadrunner in the parking lot. They're kind of rare around here. Well, I digress. Went home, and I went to bed a little after 10 o'clock after watching the news, and then went to bed. I crashed out hard. Woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning with a phone call asking me if I knew what I was doing today. I said, yeah, but I'm not going to be able to get in and get started until 6:30 because of HOS. He said, oh, that's cool, no problem. I said, okay. So I got up at 5:30, took a shower, drove into Dallas in my pickup truck to pick up my truck. Yay. And then drove on in to Home Depot. Got there at about a little after, I guess about 7:10, 7:15. Picked up my paperwork for the first load, and then went looking for the trailer and could not find it. I found another trailer that had a real similar number, and but that wasn't it. That was going to a different store. So long story short, I ended up logging out, parking the truck, and waiting till they could figure out what happened. They couldn't find the trailer nor the load that I was supposed to be getting. It appeared that a driver took a load for a store, took my trailer instead of his, and it also looks like he may have taken the wrong paperwork on top of it all. I don't know the whole story. I was there for a couple of hours, and instead of just sitting around with my thumb up my booty, I helped other drivers secure their loads. Kind of windy today. We got under a wind advisory till midnight. Winds blowing about 20 to 30 miles an hour out of the southwest, gusting to over 45 at times. Luckily, I'm in a little sheltered hollow here, and it's supposed to be 90 degrees today. But enough weather reports. So the Dale ALM decided to pull that load, which was going to go to Temple, Texas, off of me, and he went ahead and gave me my second load, which was this one, coming down here to Granbury. Beautiful town out here in just southwest of Dallas, off of 377. Just the downtown is beautiful, but of course I'm out here in the commercial district, on the south side of town, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I know that they need to get that Temple load done, but at the point I'm at now, once I get out of here, because he's unloading it now, if I do Temple, I'm going to have to sleep on the way back instead of going home. I could do that. I don't want to do it. I don't have my pillow. I think I've talked about my pillow before, this giant Tempur-Pedic monstrosity that I got that I bought for Christmas a couple of years ago. Yeah, me and my wife both have one. It's the best pillow I've ever had. The whole thing's washable. The pillow, the cover, everything. It's nice. It's hard to sleep without it, especially since I'm a chest sleeper. But, I also spoke with them this morning about my tenure here. I'm going to stay as an OTR driver, which means I get to keep my truck. Only I get to drive my truck. No one else will get to drive it. Mostly doing local loads, but the occasional overnight run through the busy season, which will be this entire quarter. So it's going to probably be 2, maybe even 3 months. So it's going to be kind of an adventure, and I'm going to get some kind of bonus pay for it, since it's not going to equate out to exactly what I would be making over the road. But guess we'll figure it out. Hold on, Estes is coming out. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing today. I told him when I got back there was a Keller load that was supposed to go out at 5 a.m. That's just shingles going to the Keller store. I told him I'd take that when I get back if it was still there. That would give me 2 loads for the day, about $200 or so, I guess, between the 2 loads, and that would be fine. Otherwise, I think if he doesn't have anything immediately, I'm going to go ahead and go home and get some sleep, because I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know yet, but that's a long update for the first one. They're always long updates, so I don't even bother to tell you. You're sitting there watching it. You should know this by now. So when I get back to the DC and figure out what I'm doing, and maybe even get it done, I'll let you know. Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? I'm pretty good. More tired than I was. It is 4 o'clock Central Time, and I'm at the Waco Drive store in Waco, Texas. Home Depot, of course. When last we talked, I was getting unloaded in Granbury, and I guess he finished maybe about 20 minutes or so after we talked, and I pulled around the store and parked and walked over to Wendy's to get something to eat. Kind of crazy. I walked in there and ordered a Son of Baconator meal. And we were talking, the guy's checking me out, and I asked him if he could make sure the bacon was fresh cooked, and I didn't want it too crispy, but I didn't want it chewy. I wanted, medium well instead of dead. And he looked at me kind of funny, and he said, "Okay, no problem." And then he went, and I said, "I got time, so take care of it. You got to cook it fresh, whatever." And he did. I got it. Got back to the truck. Ate 99% of the fries. I was starving, and started to drive off, and then whipped open that burger, and it wasn't a Baconator. It was a spicy chicken sandwich that they had put bacon on. So I dug around in their bag, looked for the receipt, and sure enough, the guy rung it up wrong. I sat there and looked him right in the face, and I said, "Let me get that number 5 Son of Baconator meal." And I talked to him about the bacon and the Dr. Pepper. And he looked at me right, and he said, "Okay," he even repeated it back to me. He still rung it up wrong. And then, of course, there's no bacon on that thing. So I guess people are back are like, "What the heck?" Well, I ate that thing, and now I got heartburn and gas like there's no business, because too many spices nowadays tears me up. I guess it's a product of getting old. Well, after that, I started heading back to the DC, and about a third of the way there, I got a deadhead order to send me back, and I was like, "Oh man, maybe I can just go home." Just tired. And I got there, and just as I was dropping that trailer, he called me on the phone and says, hey, you got one more in you? I was like, could I just go home? He says, I really need you. I said, all right. So he gave me this one to compensate for losing my temple this morning. It's not as many miles, not as much money, but it'll do the job. So I went back here and found it, hooked up to it, and took one look at it, and took all the securements off of it, because there's a yard crew. They're not Maverick employees, unfortunately. They're temporaries, and from, I guess, a temporary agency or whatever. And they've been told what to do. They're just not doing it. And every time I'm in there, I tell them, you know, see any of them say, hey, this is how it needs to be, you know, because they're not measuring the loads properly as far as linear securements. They're not throwing the straps right. They get all twisted up, or they put them in one spot and on the opposite side of the trailer where they're supposed to match, they're supposed to mirror on each side of the trailer exactly. They don't, they're off. I found one today, it went like it's diagonally across the load, you know. It's like they're not even paying attention. I need to talk to the guys there in the office about getting them to do their job right. So I ended up having to pull all the securements and redo the whole thing. And then add the extras that they don't do, like 2-inch straps and stuff like that. They're only required to throw, I think they're only required to throw 8 straps to start it off, and you're supposed to finish it. And that's fine if they just do those 8 straps properly, or however many they're supposed to do. But so it took me about an hour to get it all done, because it was a mess. Of course, it's windy. The wind's been blowing, like I told you earlier, 20 to 30 miles an hour, the gusts to 40, 45. And that just makes throwing straps hard, because as soon as you throw them over, they blow all over the place. So you spend half your time crawling up on top of the load to straighten them out to get them tight, done right. Well, I digress. So I got that done and headed down here. Then I had Qualcomm problems. He wouldn't accept my leaving shipper call. Kept telling me I had an invalid trailer. I had to call in, get him fixed that. And then while I was sitting at a light about 3 blocks up the road, I was finally able to send my leaving shipper call. And then after I sent the leaving shipper call, about 60 seconds later, I pulled in here and got my arrive message. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm sitting here waiting to get unloaded. I got here at 3:30, checked in, pulled my straps, put everything away. Now I'm just waiting. I don't know. I got 5 hours and 40 minutes. I don't want to spend 5 hours and 40 minutes here. I'd like to get home in a decent hour tonight. But as it stands, that's probably not going to happen anyway. Because they'll take I got to stop and buy fuel at the Flying J down the street, because I'm just under half a tank. There's only one place to really buy fuel in Dallas, and it's always at a route from where I'm going. And so I'll get it while it's close. And then once I get back, I gotta either call the wife, have her come get me, so she can take me back to where I parked the truck at Atomic. Right now it's just my STX trailer there. Get my pickup truck and go home. Well, it's going to take 2.5 hours to buy fuel and get back to Dallas from here, or Grand Prairie. It'll take 30 to 45 minutes to get from Grand Prairie to Dallas, and another 45 minutes to get home. So I'm not going to get home until 9 p.m. again tonight. Oh well. But that's it for today. There was no more loads after this. I was already told that. Tomorrow I have no idea what I'm going to get, and I probably won't know till I get into the yard tonight. And if they don't tell me, or if they haven't figured it out yet, then I'll get a call at 3:30, 4 in the morning telling me what time to come in, which will be the crack of freaking dawn. But that's all right. I'll only have 8 miles to drive, so it won't be nearly as bad as the last 2 days. So that's it. Until tomorrow. I got to come up with some other topics of conversation. This is going to get boring real fast. Keep the shiny side up. 73s. Be safe.